Hail and kill, caller. You're on the air.
But what I have to say is important, man.
Well, hey, there's Tim James. We haven't heard from Tim in a while. Where have you been, Tim?
Well, I've been sick.
You've been sick?
And
AIDS?
Yeah. And I've been playing in Canberra and just been busy. But I have been listening to the Classic Mental Show.
Did you see your hero and your god got a little upset with us?
Yes, I saw that.
Did you like that? We caught the attention of the rock royalty, Nikki Sixx.
Whatever, dude. Whatever.
Whatever.
It was quite amusing, actually.
It is amusing. We thought it was funny.
It made me laugh. Did you guys still want me to review the show? I know you're talking about workplace relations at present.
Well, how about you, Tim? Have you gone to see them recently?
Yeah, I did. I went and saw them on the 16th of May.
Okay, and how was it? And give us your review. You were actually there, so give us an honest review.
Okay. Well, let me start with Alice Cooper, because Alice Cooper was because Alice Cooper's obviously touring around with them at present. He was sensational. His band was unbelievable. And 68 years old. I've never seen him play better, actually. He was just, and his band was
tight. They were very tight, right, Tim?
They were. They're probably one of the best bands I've ever seen. They were a real unit. Sort of like me, a bit of a unit.
Jesus Christ.
No, but it was. He was well worth seeing. I wish he'd played longer. He was it was just 50 minutes, and it was just slamming, And 68 years old just goes to show that age shouldn't matter as long as you can still deliver.
Right. Well, I agree, Tim. I've seen Alice Cooper at least a half a dozen times, and he is the ultimate professional when it comes to putting on a live performance.
I don't think I've ever seen anybody command an arena stage quite like that guy.
I would agree.
He was, yeah. I mean, why he's not bigger and has sold more albums, I don't know. But I know he's kind of released a few kind of average albums from time to time, but I think he deserves even more kudos than he gets.
All right, well, why doesn't Motley Crue take a cue from him?
Well, that's why they're retiring.
Well, how about the Motley Crue portion of the show?
Well, okay. Let's start with the not so good. We know, in fact, not very good at all. We know about Vince Neil's voice. We've known about it for years. It's always been the same. It's a pointless argument because he's been doing the same thing since probably the last tour that I saw him actually sing properly on. Not that I actually saw this tour, but I've seen professionally shot video and stuff from this tour. Was the Motley Crue versus the Earth tour in '97. It's like I think he was still really trying then.
Tim, that was what, 17 years ago? 17 years ago?
Yeah, absolutely. I know.
That's a long time, Tim. Most bands don't even last 17 years.
No, you're right. When you're right, you're right. I'm not going to argue. His voice is what it is. Why he chooses to mumble and, have worse speech than my grandmother, I'll never know. It's just like, I mean, I'm not the best singer in the world, but I can sing better than that, God damn it.
Right. So do you feel, aside from the Alice Cooper portion of the show, do you feel like you got your money's worth?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm just attacking the bad first, and the bad was Vince Neil. We all know that, but the band was the band was fantastic, and the show was fantastic, and come on, dude, I'll probably never see a drum solo like that ever again in my entire life. I mean, who puts a roller coaster that goes out into the arena and forward and backwards? I mean, that was, it was fantastic. They'll never top that production. It's the biggest production they've ever had, and the band played really well. Tommy Lee played really well. Mick Mars did his. They're all fine. But it was probably, out of the 6 times I've seen them, probably one of the best times I've seen them, and the show was gargantuan.
Tim, why are you all out of breath? Are you riding an exercise bicycle while you speak to us?
No, I ran in. I just finished church, and so I ran in to call the classic metal show. Because I hadn't called in.
Tim, do you like I don't want to say gourmet food, but do you ever go to like a nice restaurant and order like a really nice meal?
Yeah, sometimes.
Okay. Do you like steak?
Absolutely.
All right. So let's just say you went to this nice restaurant, and you go there once every 3 to 5 years, okay? Because it's really expensive, and you can't afford it all the time. But it's a special night out for you and your old lady, okay? Now, you get this plate of food.
Not on $30,000 a year, I can't.
No, but it's a good meal. It's $200 for dinner, we'll say. So let's just say you go to that restaurant.
I've got to be honest, dude. I don't think I've ever spent $200 on dinner.
Well, he's just using it as an example, Tim. Just roll with the example.
Tim, I'll get there.
Okay, cool.
So you go to the restaurant and they give you the plate of food, and it's the biggest and best baked potato that you've ever had, and then you get a side of these vegetables that are fantastic. I mean, they are as good as they could possibly be. And then next to that is a side of, I don't know, whatever it is that they bring you, whatever drink you like, and it's bigger than any that you've ever had before. It comes with the meal. It's this big drink. And then when it comes to the steak, it's an old piece of shoe leather that has not even touched the grill. It's horribly rotten meat. Now, Tim, I'm going to ask you. I know where you're
going with this.
You might buy this meal once, right?
Yeah.
How many times in a row will you go back to that restaurant and keep buying that meal?
I'd only buy it once, but I know where you're going with this.
Okay, well, you just bought it for how many times have you seen Motley Crue now? Since 1997?
6. No. But, no, they came here in 1990, and that was the first time. And they only came here in 05.
Did you go?
2011, 2013. Yeah, 05. I went to all of these. 1990, 05, 2011, 2013, and now. And
every single one of those, except for 1990, Vince Neil was that piece of shoe leather steak.
I went in 1990. I saw the Feel Good tour.
I'm not saying that tour. I'm not counting that one. I'm talking about from 1997 to now. Since Vince stopped trying to sing.
Yeah, that's true.
But you keep giving them the money. You keep giving them full price for a fucking dog shit performance.
No, but you don't understand. I don't go.
I do understand.
He's been crap for years. I go because of Nicky Six. And I go because of the songs, and I go because of the songs. And I don't like Motley Crue because of Vince Neil. That's not, it's like I like Van Hagar because of Sammy Hagar, but Vince Neil isn't even on that level, and he never has been from day one.
I think you're insane to keep going back to seeing a show over and over with a band that stinks. that has any
let's
element
be
of
honest.
it that stinks. I'm not saying they all do, but it's one
Yeah.
of four, and it's the main one, the main guy out in front. Just wrecks the
Let's face it, he's
songs.
a big guy.
You're definitely a fan, Tim, because there's no way. The last time I saw Motley Crue was also on that same tour, the Motley versus the World. And
Didn't you see Carnival of Sins?
Vince put on a shitty performance here in Cleveland, and I was like,
Didn't
"That's
you
it, I'm
see
fucking
Carnival
done."
of Sins?
Huh?
Didn't you see Carnival of Sins?
Which one was it where they had like it might have been Carnival of Sins.
circus.
What year was that?
The circus thing. 05.
Yeah, circus one. That was the last one I saw.
Red, White, and Crew and all that, yeah.
Yeah. What year was that?
That was like 05.
So I stopped in 05. So I stopped, 10 years ago?
Yeah,
Because they're bad now.
yeah. I don't know. I mean, I just, as I said, I mean, I do know because I love the band, but it's like going to see Van Halen. I mean, you know what you're going to get, but I still want to go and see Eddie because Eddie's Eddie.
Yeah, but I got to tell you,
know.
Tim, after I saw them 2 summers ago, I won't go again.
Yeah,
Me either.
fair enough. And to be honest with you, maybe a lot of it's to do with the fact that, I mean, yeah, Motley Crue aside, we don't get anywhere near as many tours as you guys do. And so when bands come here, it's kind of like an event. And 6 days after it, I went and saw Nickelback, and they were fabulous for the third time.
Wow.
Who's a better singer, Chad Kroeger or Vince Neil?
Oh, Chad Kroeger, absolutely. But that mean, I mean that's hardly a fair comparison, because Vince Neil's shit.
But his shit. But you paid more to see that shitty singer than you did to see the one that you're admitting was good.
No, it was about the same actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Nickelback and Motley Crue charge the same amount in Australia?
Yeah, about 150.
Jesus.
Wow.
Yep.
150. Tim,
You-
if I
you
was
guys-
you, I would
you
just
guys-
save up the next 10 concert tickets and move to the States.
Well, I'm not going to see anyone. I'm going to go and see. Until September. I'm going to go see Sebastian Bach, and then because he's just announced for here, and Def Leppard have announced for here, and AC/DC in November. So yeah.
All right. Well, those are at least reasonable shows.
Well, come on, Joe Elliott can't sing either, dude.
No, that's true.
Let's be honest.
Yeah. You just like bad
I mean,
singers.
no, I don't. No. See, this is where you're wrong. I like the band as a whole, but I know the difference between somebody like Glenn Hughes and Bruce Dickinson and Halford, and compared to I don't know Vince Neil or who's that guy? Tammy Down from Faster Pussycat. That guy's bad. That guy could never sing in the first place.
How much would you pay? But if Faster Pussycat came to Australia, would you go?
No, I wouldn't pay 10 cents to see that band. He's terrible. He's at least Vince Neil, at least on record he's listenable. But Tammy Down. I mean, I've got a better voice than Tammy Down, dude, and that's not saying a hell of a lot at all. Because that's why that band. That's why Faster Pussycat and Bullet Boys and all those types of bands, they were never a big deal. They didn't sell a lot of records back in the day. Don Dokken could always sing. That guy was amazing. I don't know if he's so amazing now, but geez, lightning strikes again. All you need to do is listen to that song, and there are certain guys that are on a certain level, and then there's the rest of them.
Okay.
Well, we can't
Anyway.
say that you don't have an opinion, Tim.
That's right.
Now that you've voiced your opinion on live on the show, you're fired.
All right, hail and kill. You pal, blow job. Hail and kill, boys. It's Tim James calling from Sydney, Australia. How are you?
Well, thanks for calling, Tim.
Hail and kill. Fuck you, pal. And hand job.
There he goes.
I don't know that I agree with him that Bullet Boys never had anything. I like that first two Bullet Boys records.
Sure.
Zaza I liked about half of.
Right.
And the new one, Elefante.
Right.
It's not bad.
A little more modern than the old Bullet Boys.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's just using the Bullet Boys name because it's too late to start over as Torian.
Sure, absolutely.
But, yeah, not bad.